Yes, Ugandans, good morning. James Serumaga, my name, SF Channel Bitegeere, Serumaga Foundation. Now, we go back to our competence-based program, which I've been talking about for over 2 months now. I want to use this opportunity to use English as a new language in this endeavor because I've been doing our previous episodes in Luganda. We initially wanted to use Luganda because the majority of Ugandans understand Luganda, but we have learned that people are following us, people want to appreciate us, and some other people who want to work with us would like us to see informing people or educating people in English. People are outside Uganda, people in Acholi, people in Teso, people in West Nile. This is your video. This is our 21st episode. Since it is our first version in English, let's take you through briefly about the whole process. For so many years, about 40 years, the government has been sponsoring and promoting a curriculum that has been producing people who don't really match with what the community needs. The curriculums have been more of knowledge-based, more of passing exams, more of getting to school and getting a degree, so that the rest of it is yourself now to find work to do. People have been complaining, the employers, people have not even gone to school, have been undermining educated people because they cannot fit what the community needs properly. People are educated, but they're not creative. People are educated, but they can't have solutions for the real problems we have. Eh? We developed programs which are imported. You try to impose it on communities, they don't work out. Patriotism is very low. Like, the whole story is that the education has been not integrating its products with the actual community. Now, after so many assessments and cries from societies, the experts of the Ministry of Education, National Curriculum Development Center and CDC came out with that program of competence-based curriculum. Competence-based curriculum, to our level of understanding, would mean something that is taught but can also be done in real life. Something you can study, but you can still do. Something that answers the actual issues of your community. Something that you are not going to forge around. It is not about speaking good English. It is not about dressing nicely. It is not about having a degree, a first class degree. It is not about passing exams. It is not about looking so educated, having glasses, what. It is about solving problems. Now, this curriculum was launched in schools in 2020 when we are in COVID. And the curriculum has been running now. This is the 6th year. But there are a lot of gaps. We don't want to we don't want to say we're not appreciating, but because new things take time to get on ground properly. But there is an element why we are doing this program. The biggest element is that in this curriculum, the school or the teacher does 30%, and the parent does the 70%. The parent has to support the learner with the facilities, with the guidance, with the domestic knowledge, with a lot of counseling. The parent is part of this curriculum. The parent is part of the study process. The parent is part of the school. But when the government was preparing people to welcome this curriculum, we never saw any program organized for the parent, who is the biggest stakeholder. The parent pays the school fees. But when the government was organizing, they told the teachers for some time, though it was not very appropriate, but they did. They reorganized the publishers who did the books. They prepared the school owners so that they can find a way to integrate the new system. But the parents themselves were not engaged, were not prepared. Now, people are sending people to schools, but they don't know what their children are learning. They don't know. And you find that most of the activities where the parents need to support, they don't know what to do. It is not about that the parents are not educated, but they just don't know what to do. They don't have the information that the curriculum has changed. They don't have the information that it's not about passing exams and getting too much marks. No. Now, what we did at our channel, we made a decision that I, Serumaga James, as an ambassador for this program on this channel, I have enough experience in publishing. I've worked in publishing for more than 10 years. I've been in education. I started teaching so many years ago. I'm a teacher by experience. I've taught at university, at secondary school. Now I'm basically teaching the communities. Serumaga James, I have been in the media since 2016. Now we said, why don't we use this chance? We shall pass this message to the parents, because we know most of the people who have these gadgets in their hands, they are parents. They have the time and they can understand language you are speaking. We are trying to avoid the bombastic academic words, the technical words they are using in the curriculum, breaking it down to you, the parent watching this video. Therefore, go back, if you know Luganda, to the previous versions. If you know only English, you can't understand Luganda, start following. Our next versions are going to be mixed Luganda, English, Luganda, English. Today we do Luganda, the following we do English, so that we follow. Now, our main intention is to make the parent aware of what the curriculum wants from him or her, to support this learner so that he or she can benefit fully from the competence-based curriculum. This is a charity drive, and we are going to do it until when we get information, or we get evidence that most of our parents know what they're supposed to do in the current CBC curriculum. Thank you so much.